oftentimes people look down on old school ways and old school values. Y'all remember when you were dating a woman, you had to go meet the parents, and the parents had to get the approval from your parents to mess with this guy. And this crazy part about it is so many people now are picking mates for the wrong reason. She got a big booty. He got some money. It doesn't matter. Those assets mean nothing if you can't really be friends. Really be honest. If you can't be friends, it's nothing. Yes, she got a nice body, but that's going to wear off. Yes, he got money, but maybe he might lose it all from one bad investment. Y'all picking wrong.
Let you know, man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out.
Family, you guys are so amazing. It's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires and AOS the podcast. I had to pause real fast to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Urban Pulse Podcast. They post everything black. I mean, everything black, right? They post the drama, they post inspiration, they post motivation, everything black that you can get your talk on, if you will. Urban Pulse Podcast, they post about it. We're sponsored by Urban Pulse Podcast, the true essence of everything black. I love them guys to life. Family, you guys are so amazing. It's your boy, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and dive deep into this episode. I'm excited about this episode. The reason I'm excited about this episode is because not only are we coming to an end, this is a series that I'm entitling How Do I Prepare for My First Date? And this episode is nothing shy of some information that y'all need to digest. Like, I need y'all to go through this whole catalog and just like really share this content with everybody. This is what I need you to do for real. If you watch this video, if you like it, if you don't like it, hit the like button. Please, because when you hit the like button, it helps the algorithm out and it pushes our content to other people that needs this content. I'm telling you, there's somebody that you don't know that you're connected to that needs to hear this message on today. Why? Because I really want to give you something, and this is crazy. Like I tell people, I have a background in relationships, but also I have a lot of experience in relationships as well. The thing about it is, and I wish that I would have took advice on a lot of things when I was growing up. I used to be a merchant marine. I was making $100,000 a year, 18 years old. My first, whatever it's called, we used to call it LES, right? It's pretty much a payment, a statement to show how much you made for the whole year. So I had started in July. I'm going somewhere with this one. Y'all rock with your boy. I started in July. And I think December, I looked at my LES, it said $50,000. Bananas, right? Of course, you know, it stops in December 31st and January 1st, it starts a new year. So, you know, for the year of, I think it was 2002. For the year of 2002, I started working July. And to December, I make $50,000. I'm making $100,000 a year, but it was bananas. And I wish I would have listened to, you know, older people that was trying to give me the game, like, yo, save your money, stack your money, invest your money here, do this. And I wish I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's really be honest. I'm breaking this thing down. This is why I'm making these episodes, because maybe you can be the voice of reasoning for somebody else. I wish I had people in my life that had social proof, but they didn't have a big influence in my life. I'm like, yo, I want to live that life. I didn't have that. Plus, my mindset wasn't there. Like I wasn't looking for mentorship. I was just excited to be grown, have some money, you know, do my thing. And I was just excited. But what I'm saying is to that young father or that young mother, I need you to be influential into your children's lives. You know, I'm not saying be their friend, but you need to get down on a level where they will. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. I feel comfortable communicating with you, talking to you, because I wish I had somebody back then that just stole my attention, right? And I just listened to them, so that the decisions that I could have made back then would have changed the whole trajectory of my life. This is why I'm doing this episode. This episode is entitled The Danger of Picking Wrong. The danger of picking. Listen to me, right? You're talking to a man that has been divorced before, right? I went through a divorce 2012. It was not easy at all. I mean, it did a number on me, like real talk. It did a real number on me. However, yes, did I have people in my ear that were saying, listen, take your time, slow down, woo-de-woo. Yeah, I had people saying that, but I didn't have nobody influential in my life to really sit down and say, listen, bro, if you go down this route, this is what's going to happen. I had people to tell me that, but I didn't have somebody that grabbed my attention enough that I would listen to them full-heartedly. I had people in my life, my granddaddy, my dad, my uncle. I had people in my life that were giving me great information and great advice, but they weren't that influential in my life at that point. Right. And of course, as you get old, you look back and you be like, man, I wish I would have listened. This is why I'm doing this episode on today, because there's a danger when you don't pick right. Right. And I'm not saying this is a big one. What I'm saying out of context, do I regret any of my decisions? No, because it has given me the platform today to give jewels and drop jewels and nuggets in your heart, so that I can tell you, listen, by my experience, look what I have done, look what I've accomplished, and look of my failures. I can really tell you today, like, listen, you need to pick right. And this is the thing a lot of people don't think about. When you're picking a person, it's not about how big her booty is. It's not about how big her breast is. It's not about how much money he has, or how good he looks, or how much swag he has, or none of that. Listen, I'm telling you from experience, money doesn't matter. Looks doesn't matter. What matters is, what is their purpose in life, right? Let's really dissect that. What is his or her purpose in life? Does their purpose align with the purpose that my life is going? Are we going in the same direction? So, and what's crazy is, I'm gonna break this because I had a conversation with my best friend today, and a lot of people are not really honing in on this. You can be with somebody that you guys have a great time together, you guys connect well, you're friends, you enjoy each other's company, but the direction of your life is not going in the same direction. It's like you're going here and they're going up here somewhere, right? And the damaging part about that, in the beginning, it's going to be fun, it's going to be entertaining, but when those coordinates don't meet, what'll happen is you begin to have some frustrations, you begin to have some failed expectations, because they're going to have some expectations of you, you're going to have some expectations of them, and they're not going to fulfill the expectations that you have, and you're not going to fulfill the expectations that they have of you. Why? Because our lives are going in two different directions. Now, I know you're asking me the question, how can I stop that? This is how you can stop that: by choosing right. In a relationship, when you first start dating, let's really be honest, we all are guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. When we begin to date in the beginning, it's a magical phase. We're excited. We're smitten by this person, where we think that we're in love, and we will begin to overlook certain red flags. This is what I hate when people say, I didn't see the red flags. Yes, you did. You just overlooked it. Just like even with me in my first marriage, both of us, we seen the red flags, but we overlooked it because we really enjoyed each other's company. Right now, as a result, some children came into place. That's the biggest point that I really want to analyze for you guys, because so many people get in a relationship, they have children, and they don't realize, shucks, we have lives involved. Now, what's damaging is many of you have not done the analytical study of the person that you're talking to, and you don't know how they act when they want to act petty. You don't know how they react when are they petty? Are they not petty? Right. And that can be very harmful to you at the end of the day. If you have children and you guys don't work out, will they keep the kids away from you? Will they encourage the kids to build a relationship with you? Will they talk negative about you in front of the children? How will this impact the children's life? Now, a lot of people don't think that far ahead, but I want to be the catalyst to help you think that far ahead in your relationship. And it's crazy because you got to look at a relationship as a real business move. Now, if you're not business minded, I need you to become business minded. I need you to look back at these episodes, number one, all 10 episodes, right? But the biggest thing is I need you to go to the table like a businesswoman, businessman, and is this person a perfect fit for where I'm going, not where I'm at, where I am now. So many people choose people to date and to be in a relationship with, right? Because they fit my right now. I don't need nobody to fit my right now. Yes, they're good. Yes, they're cool in this area, but do they fit my tomorrow? And I'm not talking about physically tomorrow, but I'm talking about my future. Do they fit my future? Do they mirror where I'm going? I'm not saying that we have to have the same thing or do the same thing. Like if I'm a preacher, she don't have to be a preacher. If I'm a motivational speaker, she don't have to be a motivational speaker. But what I need to do is I need our purposes to complement one another. When they don't complement one another, we are going to bump heads. That's what I want you to understand. Right? Because watch this. You can be in a relationship with a person that's super, super lazy and you can be a go-getter. That relationship may work for a while, but eventually when you get to the place of trying to bust and crack the code open, you guys are going to bump heads every single time. Why? Because you're a go-getter. They're not. And when they're not a go-getter, they won't understand your mindset and you won't understand their mindset. You're like, yo, I thought you want to live this lavish life. I thought you wanted to travel the world. How can we do this if you just like, yo, whatever happens, right? We have to be on the same page. And I'm not talking about being on the same page when we meet. We have to be on the same page in life. This is why it's so important to have these forward conversations when you first date. Like so many of y'all just asking general questions that you don't need to ask because you're going to find out as you begin to spend time with this person. Right? You go into the sex questions. How do you like sex? Do you like doing this? That's irrelevant. I'm telling you, listen, this is crazy. Let me break this down. Sex is mental, right? Sex is practically how you feel about a person and you're expressing it physically. Right. It's all up here. It's crazy because so many people I talk to, they say that, man, for some reason, I just couldn't get into, I couldn't get into it to get to that place because it's all mental. Don't focus on something that can be repaired. Meaning if their sex game is not good when you guys get together, that's something that you guys can work on together and fix and repair together. Right. However, you can't fix and repair their heart. If they're a cheater, you can't fix and repair that. They have to make a conscious decision, right? And there's things, I'm going to tell you this. Don't just take my word for it. Go buy some books. And there are books that can help you with self-development. There are books that can help you with finding the right partner. I need you to dive deep. And this is the bananas part about it. You will spend more time on Amazon looking at the reviews before you buy something, moreover than spending time investing into how do I choose the right mate? How do I choose the right person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with? How do I choose the right person that I'm going to do life with? You would rather watch TikTok videos that entertain you all day long versus trying to dive deep and like, listen, this is important. Like my future is important. Who I choose is important. I'm going to tell you this and I'm gone because I'm out of time. Who you choose can either catapult you 20 years ahead or it can hold you back 30 years back. I promise you, the person that you choose can either hold you back or push you forward. That's a fact. I don't care whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter. You can choose the wrong person and you can allow the wrong person to choose you, right? And they can hold you back in life. I mean, it's so important to choose the right person. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I started this episode off by talking about old school. Old school was like, yo, my mom and dad gonna sit down and they're gonna interview you, if you will, and they're gonna let me know, listen, this is a good person, this is not a good person. Yeah, this is cool to proceed. No, I just don't feel them. That's old school ways. Now we think that we have it all figured out, right? And this is the thing. People that are not that invested in the relationship, right? They can see more than a person that's invested. That's a fact. Like a person from the outside that's not in the relationship can see things that you can't see, that you won't see, right? So I'm telling you, seek wise counsel when you begin to, and I'm gonna be honest with you, no slack against my ex-wife, but my best friend was like, yo, you need to leave that alone. And I'm like, nah, you don't know what you talk about. That's what happens, because when you're in a situation and you're crazy about this person and you feel like, yo, this is the one. Many of y'all have said that this is the one right here, and y'all got married, y'all got together, and then you're like, nah, that's not the one. I don't know what I was thinking, because you didn't choose right. Right? There's a danger. Your life will be altered. I know y'all heard the saying, about protected sex. 5 minutes of pleasure can be a lifetime of pain. Same thing with choosing the wrong person, right? 20 minutes or a year of pleasure, but a lifetime of pain. You got to choose the right one. I hope that when you decide to step on the scene and start dating again, you're going to ask the qualified questions. You're going to be yourself, but most importantly, you're going to make your pick wisely. Love you guys to life. I'm gone. Let go. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.